Okay, we've made it to mission 9. There is a skip in mission 9. I'm gonna say something about it in a bit. But yes, so mission 9. At the very beginning, you want to make sure that you get speed before you walk into the enemy. So I already got speed. I'm gonna get it back here. I'm not gonna get it back here. Interesting. Well, usually you want to make sure you have your speed. I don't know why I didn't get it back. Usually if you got speed once, you're gonna get the kiddie scooter. We're gonna call Nightmare on this behemoth. And try to skewer it. Where's Shadow? Do your thing, cat. Like, we just want to try to skewer the behemoth. Ideally, you also get Nightmare to do more damage to him. Nightmare kind of let me down there. Alright, but that's fine. Alright, so we're gonna kill everything here. And then, usually it would be time for Mission 9 skip. Mission 9 skip you do over here. There is like 2 different lineups for it that are commonly used. One of them is basically going through this wall, and one of them is going through this wall. Now here's the thing about Mission 9 skip. I'm not very good at it. I never properly learned it. I never properly practiced it until I was actually good at it, because it's really easy to mess up and it costs you a lot of time. A lot of the good runners will tell you, oh, it's not that bad on human, but ask them how many runs of them have died to this. So since I wanted, or my goal was to get world record, it still is, for the PC version, my plan was to learn it properly once I was close to that. For the sole reason that I don't really see the point in my runs dying here all the time in Mission 9 if my late game isn't consistent yet. So I will show Mission 9 skip at the end of the video. I will show both lineups. Probably not with commentary though. But for now, and honestly, in my opinion, my recommendation would be to wait with Mission 9 skip and just get comfortable with the game first. The other reason also is that the skips in this mission are pretty cool, like the old ones, because there are skips from before Mission 9 skip was found. So we're gonna go over here. Ideally, we will try to keep our kitty scooter, which we unfortunately didn't. At this point, it doesn't really matter anymore. I'm gonna jump off like this little rubble here, and then we should be... Hold on. We should be able to go high enough to get up here. I usually also pick up the DT there, which I already did. And then I'm just gonna head over here. So here's another good part about not doing M9 skip. It's... if you're low on orbs, and we actually kinda are right now, usually you want to be at around, I'd say 75k orbs. You can pick up this orb cache. It does make the skip, which is called tree skip from up here, a little harder if you have to pick it up. Because usually, I'm gonna explain the skip in a bit, but what you need for the skip is you need quick play, aka the kiddie scooter. And it's a lot easier to get it by just running against this. And you can't really do that anymore if this thing is gone, or if it's gone black, because it's gonna like push you away. But yeah, we're gonna pick this up because we need it. Alright. So now we can't run against this anymore. So what you want to do is you want to run around, and usually you want to get like your speed somewhere back here and then walk around here, and then you should get your kiddie scooter before you leave this ledge. And the way tree skip works is down here there's an encounter that would spawn. Like there's a trigger for yeah, for an encounter. And we wanna go over it. Like we wanna go above it without touching it and just go all the way over there past the trees. Hence tree skip. And how we're gonna do that is we're gonna get our kiddie scooter. We're gonna fly off the edge, which just automatically happens. You don't need to jump or anything. You just go off the edge with the kiddie scooter. You want to let yourself fall down a little bit because otherwise we're gonna end up in like the rocks up here and we want to go below them. So you gotta watch your height a little bit for this skip. And then what you want to do is you want to do 2 attacks, like 2 gambits in the air. Then you're gonna do the... No, wait, not gambits. You want to do like 2 canes. We just always call this canes, and gambit is like the teleport to the enemies, right? The lock on forward cane button. So you want to do cane, gambit, and then call a bird, as in jump another time. And then you'll just hold the jump button to hopefully fly over the trigger down here. So let's see. Let's see if it works. So I got my speed and I lost it. I got the kiddie scooter. I don't like the angle here. We might not make it. Yeah, we didn't make it. So you'd have to do the encounter then, but... I'm just gonna do the mission again. Alright, so the skip should be a bit easier now because we have this like blood tree or whatever they call like the orb cache back, so we're gonna run against it. That's not it. Use the kiddie scooter, fly off here. Gambit over there. I let myself fall a little bit further, and then we're gonna fly over here, and then we skip the fight. That's what we want it to look like. Alright. Then let's move on.
Awfully quiet, Pete. Thinking about Mommy Dearest? I'd be lying.
You don't need to worry too much about DT in this mission. There's like DT orbs everywhere. So in here, technically you want to try to not break these coffins here because they have enemies in them, but I always fail that. So, yes, I've just accepted my fate, I mean. And I can't get over there.
Come on.
Of course, you also can always like taunt to generate DT instead of using the book in situations where you don't have enough time to read the book. But yeah, we're gonna kill everything here. Ignore these guys. Okay, and here we have the second skip of the mission. The old one. The one you also don't have to do if you do the actual skip. So this one's called Coffin Skip. The good thing about Coffin Skip is there's a checkpoint right down here where they say like you think Dante's dead. So if you mess it up, you can just reset checkpoint and try it. If you mess it up in a run, you might want to think about resetting checkpoint because it's going to have a negative effect on your style rank and therefore your orb count. So keep your economy in mind. Some people take this setup really seriously. I honestly, I just go up to like this pillar and stand next to it, and then I basically make V face like the left. Hold up. Can you? Yes, you can see my mouse. Essentially, I want V to gambit around here to this point, like into the doorway, essentially. So I make him face this way. I start running, I jump, and I gambit. Because it lets you go through the door before it gets sealed off. So some people use like really, like they use these coffins to line up the skip. There is a video for it that I'm gonna link as well, but for me I just try to essentially make V face like this way, so I know his gambit will end up here. That's how I think about it, and it works for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna start running, jump, and gambit. And then I'm through the door. And then I want to keep running, because there's one of the enemies that will come after me if I'm not fast enough, and it's really annoying. Back there he is. Please don't make it to us. Okay, this encounter. So V can actually finish these scissors by himself, and that's what we're gonna do for this. You just parry and then you can finish them. So I'm just gonna taunt them until they attack. I don't want my pets around because they're gonna get annoying. I'm gonna stand on here. Come on. Yes, this thing. Gonna taunt again. Parry. Use them, and now I'm gonna use my pets because there's 2 other enemies we gotta finish. And those V can't do by himself. Perfect. That fight went pretty well. So you parry the scissors with the cane and then you can finish them. Alright, now, if you do the skip, the actual M9 skip, you're gonna end up here. Like, these are the 2 markers that are essentially used, at least on the human category. They're not there on other categories, on like Son of Sparta and so on. You don't have those as markers. But you're gonna end up here. This is the ones you essentially gambit towards at the end of the skip. So you would end up there. For the other lineup, you would end up... I'm not actually sure. I think you end up... You might end up down there. I think we'll... I mean, I guess we'll see. Anyway, if you don't do the skip, you just go over here. Oh wait, actually you end up here, I think. Anyway. We're gonna go into this fight. I'm just gambit towards them, call Nightmare, and DT my pets, try to get a skewer going, and then I'm gonna pick up this DT here. And yeah, you want Nightmare here, because Nightmare does quite a bit of damage. And these guys have so much health. And those are really nice if you get the air finisher, because they're a lot faster. Especially on the last one, it's really nice to get the air finisher. Because otherwise you'll get the one where he walks away from it. Okay, can we launch it? Yes, we could. Alright, nice. So I launched it up at the end so I would get the air finisher, because the air finisher is a lot faster. It's probably like a 3 to 4 second time difference just by launching it in the air and finishing it. Even though the other finisher looks cool. But yeah, that was mission 9. Though I will show the skips now. Alright, now let's get to the actual mission 9 skips that you want to do if you want to go for top times. Or if you choose to, you can also do them from the beginning. That's up to you. There are essentially two ways that are being used. One of them is used by pretty much everyone, and one of them is used by Puri Obasan, who runs Devil Hunter difficulty. The second version is maybe a little bit safer and maybe a little bit easier, but the first version is faster. Alright, I'm gonna talk about both of them and I'm gonna show both of them. But let's start with the version that almost everyone uses. So they both start off in this area. So it's after the first encounter in Mission 9. There's the house thingy. And here is like this. Here are these very solid stones. And what you want to do for the first version is you want to call Shadow and skewer through this rock here. At like about this height. And what you're gonna do then is you're gonna walk forward a little on the skewer, because you have to land on the skewer. And then you're gonna jump off to the left. I do 2 canes here. I'm not sure if the other runners do. I don't really hear any cane usage, but I couldn't make it without the cane usage. So I do 2 canes. Then I call Griffin. Whoops. Hold up, let me do this over here. So I do 2 cane. Or I walk on the skewer, because you can't see it later on. I walk on the skewer for a little bit. I jump to the left. I do 2 canes. I call Griffin, and I couldn't do it again. Call Griffin. I glide with Griffin, and you will see like a green orb in the distance. And to the right there is like a white orb, and to the left there is a white crystal block. Essentially, you want to aim towards the green orb. But a little bit to the left. And that's where you're gonna glide with Griffin for as far as you can. And then you're gonna gambit. And then you're gonna fall. And then hopefully it will spawn you inbounds. If it doesn't, it will either you will get stuck hanging in the air and you have to reset checkpoint and redo the first encounter, which is why you lose a lot of time when you fail the skip. Or you end up being stuck in a wall or in the floor, in which case you also have to reset. Alright. I have the skip pre-recorded because it takes me a lot of tries to actually get it, so now I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Alright, there we go. We got it. So you want to... Essentially, you want to look at the green orb that you can see floating in the distance. This one. But a little bit to the left. And then we end up right in the place where the Nobodies are. So we are still out of bounds. Like, I can't go forward here. But you just gotta go to the left and... This should work. Yeah. Now we're into the in the fight. You can also make it into the fight like almost directly, I think. But yeah, this works.
Whoa, this is some kind of ritual shindig, isn't it? You guys got to dance.
All right. Now onto the other version. Now onto the second version, the one that Puri Obasan uses. For this one, well, in the first version you want to skewer through this rock. For this version you rather want to skewer through this wall here. And what you're gonna do after you're taken through this wall is you're gonna walk on a skewer as well, you're gonna jump off, you're gonna cane twice. Call Griffin, and you will see like a green crystal and a red crystal in the distance, and you want to go towards those. Like, you basically want to aim for the middle of those. Go as far as you can, and then gambit. Alright, one more thing I want to mention about these two methods. If you use the first method that most runners use, you don't want to use up all of your DT in the first encounter, because you need the DT for the Nobodies fight. So you're gonna have to manage your DT there. The version that Puri Puri Obasan uses, so the second version, has the advantage that while it's slower, because you don't end up in the like last fight right away, you can pick up DT there, because there is a DT crystal nearby that you can just get before entering the fight. Okay, that's it about Mission 9 Skip. Here's one more thing that wasn't ideal earlier in my recording. And that is for the first encounter, you want to gambit towards the behemoth, wait like a split second, and then call Nightmare. Like this. And then it will always land on the behemoth and destroy its armor. And then the rest of the fight is as I explained earlier. Well, if Shadow would skewer him, that would be great. But yeah, also you can damage enemies with this if they're nearby. So yeah, that just as a little extra. And now you're ready for M9. Good luck.